Alright, this is my power leveling strategy for Wastewalker Shu. It's not very efficient, so I'd recommend power leveling versus other fighters, but if you happen to be here, this is a strategy that works. It just takes about 5 minutes. I'm using Sid the Squid with Tidal Wave, Bubble, and Cleansing Rain. And then you can either use an MPD with Thunderbolt, Breath, and Explode, or I'm using a Health Powered Dibbler with Wind Up, Storm Coil, and Explode. Either one works just fine, 99% of the time. And then this does work for a level 1 pet, so you can power level anything with it, it's just not very efficient. So we're going to make sure that we have our Safari hat equipped. We'll get started with Sid the Squid in the first slot. So I have my strategy right here. On round 1, we're going to use Cleansing Rain. This is my strategy for the MPD. This is if you're running Dibbler. You could ignore that. It's not a very reliable strategy. It's faster, but too RNG dependent. So we're going to use Cleansing Rain on round 1. Tidal Wave on round 2. And then Bubble on round 3. From here on out, we're just going to spam Tidal Wave until Sid is dead. It is a long fight, so there is a lot of opportunities for random crits to change the outcome here, but the majority of the time, whenever Sid dies, there should still be 3 pets remaining. Sometimes the elemental will die if you got a bunch of crits on him. So in this case, we've already killed him. But a lot of the time, he's still going to be alive if you didn't crit him. So at this point, we're going to die to Surge, and then Whirlpool will explode. So we can bring in Dibbler, or the MPD, whichever one you're using. And then if you're using the MPD, go ahead and use Thunderbolt right away. If you're using Dibbler, use Storm Coil right away. We're going to use Wind Up if we're using Dibbler, or just spam Breath if you're using the MPD. And I got some notes here, so if you're using Dibbler, Wind Up does 784 damage, and it crits for 1176. So we want to make sure we don't accidentally kill Crusher, or else our leveling pet doesn't give any XP. And then the number we're looking for is if we're using the MPD, Explode does 560 damage. If we're using Dibbler, it does 650 damage. So we need him to be below 650 HP before we can use Explode safely. Now wind up will kill him. So we're going to use wind up one time to have the 10% damage buff, and then just attack him with Storm Coil, which should not kill him. But it should bring him down below 650 HP. And once he is below 650 HP, if you're using Dibbler, use Explode. Same idea for the MPD. If you have him below 560 HP for the MPD, and of course the backline pets are dead, then you'll just use Explode and finish the fight. Both of these pets will die, and your leveling pet gets all the credit for the fight. It's a little bit RNG. You might have to use a couple extra attacks if the elemental didn't die as early as he did, which he did because I got some crits on him. But it's the same idea. You want to make sure that you kill them with AoE, whether that's Storm Coil or Thunderbolt. And then just attack until you have them within kill range for Explode.